There we go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. It is Wednesday, August 7th already. Summer's almost done. I'm really sad. But we have the pleasure today of hosting our amazing testimonial call. This is one of my favorite calls to do because the stories are so powerful, and hopefully you guys stick to the end of the call so you can hear them all. They're just amazing. So
we haven't done one of these in a while, so we got a bunch of new stories with a bunch of new people. So
I'm just gonna quick for those of you that don't know the product, if you're sharing this with someone that doesn't know the product, we have two products. One of them is called Genesee. It's little packets. It's a blue-green algae that's found exclusively in one place in the world, in Klamath Lake, Oregon. It's full of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, essential fatty acids, and drinking it stimulates your body to produce 2 million stem cells within 30 minutes of drinking it, and up to 15 million stem cells within 2 hours. So the healing benefits of that is just amazing. And you guys, I'm not going to get into anything else because we're going to hear the stories about the product right now. So, and our next product, our second product, is called Uncarb. And this product is our world's first carbohydrate optimizer, and it helps the body process the carbs that we're eating. The carbs, that we're eating these days are making us toxic, inflamed, causing all kinds of problems in the body. I'm not going to say that. By the way, our products do not treat or cure any disease. We don't say that they do. These are just the testimonies of people using the product. So that the carbohydrate optimizer helps with all that inflammation and stuff. And when your gut health is horrible, you feel like crap. So that's all I'm going to say about that. First testimony is going to be Derek.
Yes, I'm going to go
about
first.
His dad. So.
And yeah, so we have a few of them, so we're going to make it quick, like 3 minutes each. Otherwise, it'll take forever, so I'm going to jump right to it. So my dad, he is 78 years old, and let me just say he's just a typical stubborn older man that just doesn't try anything new, like any kind of products or technologies or anything. He's kind of set in his ways. But I implored him. He trusts my judgment as a RN, as a nurse, and Sherry's a nurse too. I'm like, Dad, listen to me. You need to try what we got going on here. So he said, fine. So he did it. And he tried it, and he started, I don't know, about 4 months ago now, I think, close to 4 months. And he's been taking it very consistently, to his credit. And he's had just some outstanding results that just have completely blown him away, to where he calls me out of the blue. He's like, you're not going to believe this, right? He's all excited about it. Now, the first thing was, well, he's lost 16 pounds. So that's good. I mean, he wasn't like excessively overweight. He was like 182 or something starting out, about 5'8". But, he wanted to lose some, especially around the midsection. So he's lost 16 pounds in all the right places around his midsection. So he's super happy about that. Hasn't changed anything else. I told him, I'm like, this is like an experiment, a little trial. Don't change anything else. Just add this to your life. Add these two products to your life. And that's what he's done. So he's lost 16 pounds. Now next, this happened, I don't know, right around 3 months after he was taking it. He went to the ophthalmologist because he has glaucoma. He's been on eye drops for 24 years. And I didn't even know he was going to see the ophthalmologist, but he did. And he came back. He's like, you're not going to believe this, Derek. He's like, so he took me off the eye drops. He said my pressures were normal. And when he looked in my eyes, with the light, he said the optic nerves have actually healed themselves. And the ophthalmologist literally told him, he said, in all of my years of practice, I have never seen this, not even once. He says, I don't even know what to say to you. He says, especially in a 78-year-old guy, like things are going the other direction at that point, not towards the healing directions. So the ophthalmologist was extremely impressed. And so Dad said, hey, I'm taking this stem cell biotechnology from Asia. And he's like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working. So if it just did that, beautiful. However, he had follow-up blood work because the doctor wanted to put him on a statin for high cholesterol. And I don't know, he had the test in like February, right before he started.
No, it was April.
Oh, was it April?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was right when it was starting.
He had his labs drawn in April, and then he just had them redrawn 3 months later.
Yep. Yeah, like a couple weeks ago. And so his cholesterol has dropped 30 points. His LDL, the lousy cholesterol, dropped from 141 to 126. So it's below the threshold where medication is indicated. So doctor said, obviously don't take it. And he hasn't changed anything else. So there's that. Then we were camping last week. He calls me out of the blue. He's like, hey, Derek, so he went and saw his cardiologist about that blood work. He had a follow-up appointment, and he said, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? He says, he took me off one of my blood pressure medications, about what lisinopril, I think, is what he took him off. Norvasc.
Amlodipine.
Yeah, but he's on 2 of them, so he took him off the amlodipine, and he says, you don't need it anymore. He said, your blood pressure's. So he is like, aging in reverse. He's healing. So again, we're not making any claims that it's going to do this for anyone else. Just anecdotally, that's what it has done for him, and that's what we're here to do, is share these stories. So that's him, and who we moving on to now.
All right, next we have Melinda. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. I'm Melinda Wynn. I'm living in Knoxville, Tennessee, and my pleasure to be here tonight. I have been in 3 major car accidents since 2nd grade as a passenger, and had major damage in all 3 of them. And then in 6th grade, I fell off a horse for the first time, and that's when I did some really major damage. I damaged my C1 and 2 and my L4 and 5. And that injury has caused me a lot of problems through the years. Like a fool, I went on to become a horse trainer, and have been in lots and lots of horse accidents because I did a lot of eventing, jumping, things like that. And that just aggravated so much of my issues. But I've had 4 concussions through the years. And so I was always in pain. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stay asleep long enough because I couldn't get comfortable. I never dreamed. And so, I was pretty miserable. Back in 2001, I was diagnosed with a major disease in my right eye, and had to have mega radiation that was aimed toward my eye and my face. And also, it was maybe 2 years after that, I was diagnosed with esophageal spasms. I don't know if anybody's had that before, but when I first started having them, I thought I was having heart flutters. It felt like heart flutters. It was really scary. And they discovered it's actually a digestive issue. So, and that's really uncomfortable when that starts happening. So back in 2001, I started taking some really awesome nutrition. I mean, I've tried so much nutrition through the years because obviously, my health, I just needed to help myself. And so when Austin approached me about our biotechnologies, I was skeptical because I've tried so many things. And I thought at this point, which I'm in my mid-60s, that I was about as good as I was going to get. Might be even all downhill from here. But, I said, cool, let's give it a go. And within about 5 days, I started noticing a difference. But, I just kind of chalked it up as, I'm having a good couple of days. But after about a week, I couldn't ignore that anymore. And, I'm starting to go, wow, something, I'm feeling better. I haven't taken anything for pain. The inflammation is way reduced. And, I started like being this wow factor. And it's been that way. I have not taken anything for pain except for about 8 days in May when I ran out of product. And about 2 days after I ran out of product, I was miserable. I mean, I was just miserable. I was right back where I was. It was almost worse. But, I got my product, and I've been taking both since then, or the whole entire time. And fast forward to now, which is August. I've been taking these since the end of February, beginning of March. I still haven't been taking anything for pain or inflammation. My esophageal spasms hardly ever happen anymore. And praise God, I am sleeping. And I'm not only sleeping, but I'm dreaming, which means I'm staying asleep long enough to get into REM, which is, you know, it's so unhealthy not to be able to sleep. So I'm really excited. I'm so excited about these biotechnologies. They've absolutely changed my life. I'm so thankful to Austin for sharing this with me, and I am definitely a customer for life. So thanks for letting me share my story.
Yay.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Melinda. That gave me chills. All right, Austin, you're up.
All right. I don't know how I follow that, but no, seriously, you know, if hearing the stories of Dad, you know, Derek's dad's, you know, optic nerves healing and him getting off blood pressure medication and cholesterol medication, and then hearing Melinda, you know, getting off pain medication, anti-inflammatory medication, and her sleeping better and healing and feeling pain-free. If that wasn't enough, I mean, I'll share a little bit about what the biotechnology has done for my family and I. So I'll share two things. I won't share my personal story because, you know, I've been pretty healthy for quite a long time, and what I've experienced is just a dramatic increase in focus, concentration, overall brain function, and my body and mind's ability to cope with mental and physical stress in a way that I've never been able to experience before. Matter of fact, I've been hitting the weights, that sort of thing, working out really hard this week, and I did some serious bicep work the other day. And I was like, man, I'm definitely going to be paying the price for the next week. Well, I took an extra Genesee before I went to bed. I had no muscle strain, not even a little bit. I was completely healed the next day, and I was able to do more sets. So, you know, I don't know if that's as impressive as my son and my mom's. So my son has extreme allergies and asthma. He's been hospitalized multiple times for it. And, you know, heck, I thought we were going to lose him one time because he just couldn't breathe and he was gasping for air in the hospital room. And it's really rough. One night he was coughing, wheezing, sneezing, and all this sort of thing. We were giving him breathing treatments. He finally was able to go to sleep. Well, he woke up the next morning and same story. And it's scary when your child is sitting there gasping for breath and having these horrible allergies and asthma. Well, I messaged our CEO, Dr. Rajan, and asked him, do you think that he should be taking the Genesee? He said, yes, absolutely. So I gave him a full dose. My son is 8 years old. My son likes the taste of Genesee, which didn't expect that. Within about 10 or 15 minutes, he had complete alleviation of all of his symptoms. He could breathe again. He wasn't coughing. He wasn't wheezing. His nose was still running, but I mean, heck, I'll take it. So if it did nothing more than that, it would be more than worth it. But it gets better. And I'll take a real quick minute and a half to share this. I'm a big mama's boy, right? Huge mama's boy, always have been. I'm Greek. So, I mean, you know, maybe it's in my genes. But my mom has all sorts of stuff wrong with her, you know, and she has for quite some time. Over a decade ago, some things happened to her, some physical things. And it's caused her to just pack on weight because she's been basically sleeping her whole life for the most part, like a big chunk of it. So she's been taking a host of medications every day, including Oxycontin and Valium every day, just to be able to cope with the pain and the nerves and the everything that comes with what she has, okay? And that's no way to live your life. She's been in such debilitating pain that I was unable to hug my own mother many times. She would be just literally gnarled up, sitting on the couch in excruciating pain. I want you to imagine your own mother going through something like that and you not being able to comfort her and no amount of pain medication being able to help. It's rough. Ever since the first day that she's been taking Genesee, she hasn't had one single Oxycontin or Valium. I think she said, you know, we were going to her heart doctor for a checkup. I think she said that she's taken Valium 2 or 3 times in the past 4 months. And it was just, you know, for stress, you know what I'm saying? So to go from taking Oxycontin and Valium and a host of other medications just to be able to live to getting off of those and getting off of blood pressure medication she's been on for 2 decades. And her doctor's telling her that she's a new type of healthy she hasn't been able to experience in a long time. Her shedding over 30 pounds. This has given her life back. So anyway, there's a lot more cool stuff that I could say, but I just thank God every day for Dr. Rajan and Igalen and these products. So back to you guys, Derek and Sherry.
That's awesome. Love it. Well, hey, you know, so Sherry and I, we know Austin's mom too. We met her recently, and we love that lady. So I'm so happy that it's done. And I know you recently met my dad too, Austin. And yeah, and
I love your dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so awesome that it's having like such a real impact on real people's lives. You know, we're so proud to just share this with people and want to get the word out. So Tiffany is next, hey?
Yes. Tiffany, are you on? I don't see your name anywhere.
Might be one of those mystery numbers.
Tiffany Carter, are you on here anywhere? Guess not.
Okay, that's okay. Hey, we'll move on. If we see Tiffany Carter pop up, we'll insert her.
Yep. All right, next is Jed. You can.
Hello.
Hey, Jed.
Hi. I'm Jed Billings. I live in Dallas. And we've been on Genesee and Uncarb since the middle of July. I woke up, I've forever had bad back pain. I had surgery 2 years ago on my L4, L5, and L5S1. And then they have diagnosed me with spinal stenosis. So there's a lot of pain going on down there. And we started taking Uncarb and Genesee. And the third day I woke up, and like normally it would take me 10 or 15 minutes of kind of walking around to walk like a normal person walks. And I got out of bed that morning and like just walked like normal. And so I felt so good. I just got my phone and made a quick video, and it was just such a powerful feeling to know that this has helped that amount of pain. My doctor, before I had surgery, had given me Percocet and Flexeril, and I couldn't take either one of them because it like knocked me out for a day. And so I've just been dealing with back pain with just like over the counter Aleve and Tylenol, which doesn't really help that much. Excuse me. And so just the fact that I can have a normal life again has really changed me considerably. It's an amazing product, or amazing set of products. We were on vacation in June and July, and I'd been having some knee pain, and it got really bad. We had walked a ton, and while we were on vacation, I was thinking I was going to end up calling my doctor to see what's wrong with it, and that pain is gone. Like I'd like squat down. It would hurt so bad to squat down. I'd have to like bend over and then get myself back up off the ground. But it's just been amazing, and I can't imagine not taking these products every day now.
That's incredible. Love it. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. The pain, how it helps with pain with so many people. I know there's things with me as well personally that I'm just not going to get into right now. I just wanted to talk about that right now. But yeah, it's incredible, fantastic. So happy for you, man.
Thank you.
Glad you found the products, and yeah. So let's see.
Yep, I always say if we can just help one person,
yep,
it's worth it. But we're helping so many people.
Yep.
So awesome. So Kelly Higgins.
Kelly Higgins.
My girl. Where you at?
I see her.
Am I unmuted?
Yep.
Yes, you
Sounds
are.
good.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kelly Higgins. I live up in Flathead Valley, Kalispell, Montana. I was introduced to the products back in April. I'm going to talk fast because I have 3 stories to tell. First of all, with myself, single mom, 2 kids, 2 at-home businesses. Life is difficult. I was going through a lot of ups and downs before I got this, of depression, not sleeping, lots of pain because of working around the home and driving on the road. And so as soon as I started taking the product, within 20 minutes, the throbbing pain that was going on at the base of my neck where I had a recent injury was gone. Within a couple hours, the inflammation in that area had diminished and it wasn't red and swollen anymore. I finally could sleep. I have noticed that my mood, my energy, almost a state of euphoria is going on almost every single day. I'm very happy, upbeat, and I don't have the ups and downs as significantly as I was having for truly, honestly, no reason. I didn't have a reason to be depressed, but I was. Probably just from being overwhelmed and stressed just with general life and work. Since then, I have as well lost around 15 pounds. I am sleeping like a baby every single night. My back pain from all my driving is gone. I don't have any pain whatsoever anymore. But my biggest one besides sleep was, for me, digestion. I had 2 C-sections. Nothing was right. Nothing ever worked right. And it took about 4 days for the detox and everything to clean me out. And ever since that, everything is smooth sailing. And I can't be more thankful than just for that one thing. But all the other extras are bonuses. But I have a couple bigger stories. My first is my oldest son. He's not autistic. He has social characteristics that flirt with traits of autism. And he has always had a lot of difficulty in school, not only with communicating, but with transferring between different classes and getting homework done and just focusing, and also not being able to handle his emotions and acting out very angrily, because that's what he does when he's sad, because he doesn't understand the difference. Well, as soon as he started taking them, about a week and a half later, I got a call from his teacher who had noticed such a significant difference in him. My first words were, don't tell me he actually hasn't been getting his homework done at school, because he had been. For 6 weeks straight, he never brought any homework home. He did everything in class every day. He had no issue with transitions anymore. He had no more angry outbursts. And he's actually worked on making friends. So it definitely has helped him. My other son is 10, and he had 3rd-degree burns on 10% of his body, the whole front half of his torso, skin grafts, debridements, the following. That all occurred May of 2018. Well, I have tried every single cream topical that I could find. I even have a friend of mine that actually deals with stem cell injections. I was trying to get my hands on them before they did the skin graft so that they would help with the adhesion process, but that didn't work. Since he started taking this, which it's been 3 months, his skin graft is night and day difference. The way it feels, the way it looks, his confidence is back. Those kind of things you just can't give to your children. You can't force that upon them for them to have those kind of results. He's very happy. He's very outgoing. He's not depressed and scared to go outside anymore because he thought real reasons. And that is an absolute miracle for us. For him to have the kind of changes that he's had in that very significant traumatic area of his body and to be able to get his confidence back, it's huge. Sold for life.
Those pictures that I saw of the before and after was absolutely astonishing.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe my eyes when I saw those pictures.
Me neither.
Absolutely astonishing. So
yeah,
we're so happy for you and for him, and for your other son, for all of that. So
yeah, and I gotta say, just one real quick, I did not expect the stem cell drink, the Genesee, to change that at all. Right. This was a very unexpected thing that just happened that, was a grace from God.
Awesome. Love it.
So thank you.
I see a lot of people wiping their eyes. That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry.
I love it. No, I love it. That's what it's all about. So
Stacy on?
Stacy's our last one.
Stacy Smith. We actually have one more that's it.
Oh, sweet.
She must not have been able to get on in time.
Okay.
She said that she was going to try to hop on, but she might be late. Okay. So she must not have been able to get on. Christina, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you guys this evening? I am awesome. Hey, my name is Christina Fossa, and I'm from Kiowa, Kansas. And basically, I've been a part of Genesee and been taking it, been part of Igalen and been taking Genesee and carb since July 17th. The first 2 days, I had lost 3 pounds, and all the swelling in my leg, in my my feet, and my ankles went away, which was amazing to me. And I didn't even realize it because I was snapshotting the scale. But hey, and then I looked down and looked at the pictures, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. And so I'm like, yeah, the swelling's gone. Awesome. It stayed gone. I couldn't sleep at night because my arms would go, my hands would go numb, and I would wake up in pain. Well, I've been able to sleep at night. My niece, she has ADHD very bad, and depression. I'm talking, depression. And she started the products the same time I did. Her depression has lifted. She's talking in her YouTube chat rooms and things like that. And you live now. She's bubbly. She's perky. She's putting on makeup. And she has ADHD so bad that at times she couldn't focus. When I say take the trash out and take it outside, she'd take the trash to the curb but wouldn't take it so that the garbage man could pick it up. Now she's telling me when the trash needs to be picked up, and she had to be on the computer for 4 hours the other day for her new job, and she could focus and made 90% to 100% all the tests that she had to take. And I'm really amazed at these products. And I just keep seeing a difference. I mean, it's just amazing. I just love them.
Awesome. Love it. We are so glad you're here. We love you. I know you got a lot
Thank you.
because of this.
Well, hey, imagine this. I have gotten only 5 hours of sleep in since Sunday night, really, because I'm a nurse manager, had some call-ins, so I've had to work. And when I mean work, I'm running up and down the halls, and this is, I take an extra Genesee, and I was like, oh, I'm good to go. So imagine me on only and more sleep, okay? And Genesee gives me great sleep. So,
I hear you there.
Sherry just said, both nurses, and I have experience with that. Sherry's like, she would be so fun to work for. I wish she was my DON.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for jumping on.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, we do have Stacy. We're going to unmute her.
Stacy's here. Okay, Stacy, are you there?
Hey. Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
I was trying before. I'm like, I'm here, but it wouldn't work. But you can hear me, right?
Perfectly.
Okay, great. Hi. Okay. So, so let's see. Mine is like twofold now. So when I first started, about beginning of April, about April 5th or so, I started taking both products. And within about 3 weeks, I noticed that my IT band issues in my hip, which were awful, and I'm a trainer, so I'm always doing stuff and working with people, and I would be in pain, had just gone away, basically. I was able to run again, and I hadn't been doing anything differently, nothing. And I thought it was, I'm like, ooh, it's probably going to start really hurting tomorrow because I did this run today, and then nope. It still didn't hurt, and it's been 4 months later, and it's been, amazing. And I'm just running more, and it's been awesome. So I was just all in after that. And I also didn't have this nighttime anxiety. Whenever it gets dark out, I would start feeling this, just this feeling of things closing in a little bit. And from day one of taking it, in fact, it took me a week to realize, oh, I'm not feeling this kind of almost like freaking out feeling that I get when it gets dark out. I mean, that's worth the full price for me any time, because I just hate that. That's an awful feeling. So I'm so glad that is gone. But now I have been so pleasantly surprised with something I wasn't expecting. I have, in my family, glaucoma runs in my family. My mother has it. My grandmother had it. I just knew I'd be taking drops. I was going to have it. And if you guys don't know, when you get tested for pressure for your eyes, normal is between 12 and 22. And my pressure is always almost at 26, which is way into the not normal range, which is why I have to go every 6 months to be checked to make sure it doesn't get even worse, and I have to start on drops right away. So I guess in January, February, I had my 6 months. 25, 26 in both eyes. I went on Saturday and my pressure was 19 and 20 in both eyes. And I just like, what? The doctor didn't believe it. She thought the technician did it wrong. She brought me back in and did those awful puffs again, which I wasn't thrilled about, but hey. And nope, it was right. And she's like, I don't believe it. So of course I took them out. I had them in my bag. And I'm like, well, this is the only thing I've been doing differently. So we had a conversation about that, of course. And she said she wants me back in 3 months just to make sure, but that if this continues, I will only have to go once a year like regular folk who don't have this issue. And I'm just like, I cried. I was like, this is saving my eyesight.
Right.
This trumps everything. And I know this happened with your father, Derek, right? So this is incredible.
It was the first thing
to me.
Yep, you only get one set of eyes, so taking care of them.
I know, and I've been I just ever since that day I keep going. I can't, and this has only been on since Saturday. I was like, wow, I can't, because you can't feel that, and I keep trying to tell people too. Just because you don't necessarily feel something happening, there are things happening.
Yes.
That this stuff is doing in your body, amazing things, and you just I can't feel the pressure in my eyes. I didn't know, but it's happening. So it's
drops.
What?
Oh, you weren't on a drops yet for the glaucoma?
No. I've been going every 6 months to see when I have to. Like they're waiting to see if it goes higher.
The pressure's down.
So. Yeah, so now the pressure's down, which is why I may have, knock on wood, I may be bypassing that.
Right.
If this keeps up.
Sounds like it.
Hey, my dad was on his drops for 24 years.
And he's not taking them anymore.
And I mean, that to me is that's amazing. I'm trying to get my my mom. She wants to start next month. She has a few doctor things she wants to do before she starts it, and she's, obviously I told you she has glaucoma. She's been on the drops for years and years, and I can't wait to get her started.
Hey, I can't wait for you to get her started because I can't wait to hear the results.
I know. I'm like, start now, please.
Right. Sweet. Well, thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Really, really appreciate it. And that was the list that we had tonight. And since we had one that wasn't able to make it, that time's open. So I just wanted to give anyone that was on here saying, man, I wish I would have signed up because I want to tell my story. If that's you and you want to unmute yourself and tell a story, feel free to do it. If not, that's totally cool too. We can do it right here. So short is always good. But I just want to extend that opportunity. Anyone that wants to share anything, just unmute yourself and have at it.
Hi, my name's Kim.
Hi, Kim.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I found out about this product about a week ago.
Oh, nice.
My friend Christina, the one that spoke earlier, shared it with me. I've been a type 1 diabetic for 54 years and have been having some issues with my blood sugars. They've been running high and just running crazy the last, I'd say, 6 months. And so I was talking to Chris about it, and I said, I need something to help me with that. And she told me about the uncarb.
Right.
And I said, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And all I could tell you is my blood sugars are unbelievable right now.
Wow.
I am so happy about this.
That's amazing.
And that's all I've been taking is the uncarb. And I lost 3 pounds.
You haven't done Genesee yet? You're just doing uncarb right now?
Right now, I've got the other product coming, so I'm excited to try that.
That's awesome.
And my husband and I laugh about the blue-green algae because about 28 years ago, we were selling that through another company, and everybody thought we were insane. Lake Klamath, blue-green algae.
Right.
Everybody looked at us like we were crazy. So it's kind of funny that it's coming back around for us. And I'm really excited about this. It's a fabulous product. I haven't felt this good in a while. So
That is so
Super
awesome.
happy
I'm
for
so
you.
glad you jumped on, because it's really nice to have people that especially just very recently started. And like, I've never talked to you. We've never met. So I love hearing that from you. And plus, I've heard a lot from type 2 diabetics as far as how it has impacted them. I see Tim raising his hand. Yep. And I've heard a lot about that. I haven't heard any personal reports from a type 1 yet. And I just had that conversation with a potential customer just the other day, and they were asking about how it deals with type 1. I said, I don't know.
Now we know.
Now we know. That's fantastic. So I figured it would be very, very helpful. Very helpful.
I've even gotten to lower my insulin amount, which is
Wow.
nice
That's awesome.
because insulin's real expensive. So
Yeah. That's incredible. I'm so, and it's just been a week. Like,
I've got chills.
I can't wait to see where you're at after like 3 months.
yeah, I started last Thursday.
Wow. Unbelievable. Fantastic. So okay. Since we're talking about diabetes and type 1, who said
Kelly.
that? Oh, Kelly. Kelly wants to.
Yeah, Kelly,
something.
share
Jump
that,
in there,
and then
Kelly.
we'll end it after this.
Yep.
Hold on, you're muted.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry. So this isn't my story. This is my ex-husband's girlfriend. She is type 1 diabetic. He's taking them, had great, help with his allergies and sinus infections, but she is type 1 diabetic and was on 9 allergy medications. When she first started taking this, it was right around Easter time frame, and she had to insulin dose before and after every meal. Well, she didn't check her levels before she dosed, and because this had leveled her out so much, she had actually taken too much. But the positive part is something that would normally have taken her 5 to 6 hours to pull out of. She was able to pull out of it within 25 minutes. So it has significantly helped with that. And she's been able to reduce her allergy medications as well. So she just makes sure that she checks her dosages so that she doesn't put herself into hyper or hypoglycemia. Definitely great. You're muted.
Sorry. It's really important with type 1 diabetics that they're monitoring their levels really closely.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the doctors need to know what they're doing, and so they can maybe drop the insulin level or the insulin down a little bit. So otherwise, we don't want people going into hypoglycemia. That's for sure.
No.
And
It was an Easter dinner,
the products are so effective. Like, I'm sure, if it's type 1, it was juvenile onset, and they've had it their whole lives, they never even considered the possibility it would make that kind of an impact where they needed to, address their insulin.
Yeah, it was very unexpected, but a blessing to be able to pull out of it so quickly. Yeah. That was her biggest hoorah about it.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, I guess it's been long enough, guys. We don't want to make this too long.
Right.
It's already been 40 minutes.
So I'm sure, like, all you guys here, and plus all the ones watching recording, you can see why we're so excited. We actually have a Facebook group that anyone could be added to. Anyone at all. All you got to do is request. It's a testimonial group, and most of the people there are just customers. That's what it is. Just sharing their stories, and we let anyone share. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. It's just open to everyone, so we don't police that. It's really nice to get those raw comments from people and their reactions, and the stories are there. This is the tip of the iceberg. The stories that we've had. We got, how many people are on that page? Like 2,100. And we just started this in the beginning of March, that page. People that have tried it. So there's every reaction possible pretty much at this point in that short amount of time. So it's a wonderful page to be at. You can see everything what it's doing for everyone else. So we encourage you to do it. If someone invited you to be on this call or whatever, just ask them for that link, and they can get you on that page. That way you can read some of those as well. So anyway, that's it, huh?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do this again in about 4 weeks. Can't wait to get updates from some of you here and hear all the news stories too. So thank you so much for your time tonight, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Good night.